Peter Block in Orlando at the AHA annual meeting for On the Scene, and with me is Doug Mann. Doug is an old friend, and I actually interviewed Doug about a year ago for the Augment heart failure trial. And now we hear about Augment again. This is one of these ongoing forever trials that you'll hear about because, in fact, this seems to be positive. So, Doug, let me ask you to quickly review what Augment heart failure is and what patients were used, and then we'll just do a quick review of that.
Okay, so Peter, thanks for the opportunity to come here and present the one-year follow-up results. So, Algicel is a bulking agent. It's actually a calcium hydrogel, alginate hydrogel. It's basically brown seaweed. It's been used as a filler substance in a lot of different areas. The hypothesis really is that by increasing wall thickness and decreasing left ventricular wall stress, one would have favorable outcomes.
Okay, so this is actually a buttressing kind of therapy.
Exactly.
We've heard about that before. This is a new way of doing it. So tell me what Augment showed to start with, and now what you're seeing at 1 year.
Okay, so the results of the Augment-Hf trial were presented in Europe this summer, the 6-month analysis. It showed that there was an increase in peak VO2, which was the pre-specified endpoint. There were a number of improvements in quality of life, walk distance, and it was overall safety. The safety profile was very good, and it met its pre-specified safety endpoints. What I'll present here at this meeting is the one-year follow-up results, which really just show that the durability of the effect, that the peak VO2 is sustained, that people were able, the anaerobic threshold, which is less subject to volitional change, was also improved, 6-minute walk distance as well as quality of life. So basically a durability of the response that we saw at 6 months.
Wow. Well, remember, folks, this Augment is really bad heart failure patients. These are patients who have no real options except for LVADs or transplantation. And this buttressing therapy seems to be working. Now, Doug, what's going to happen in the future?
So the FDA has just given formal approval for a larger trial, which will be in about 250 to 300 patients, again in people with very advanced heart failure for whom there are no treatment options and who have really failed medical therapy. So we're really looking forward to getting the trial started. There's no firm start date just yet, but we do have FDA approval for it now, and that's a huge step from where we were a year ago.
Awesome. So this is a mini thoracotomy, put in some beads around the heart, and it seems to be working. Congratulations, Doug. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.